Greetings! Welcome to the Rogue Cook. Today we're going to show you a different way of preparing sweet potatoes. A healthy choice in preparing sweet potatoes. I know on the holidays, especially like Thanksgiving, we all love our candied sweet potatoes with the honey, brown sugar, marshmallows, many different ways of putting it together. This is something a little bit different. We're going to roast the sweet potatoes, and we're going to roll them in olive oil, and then we're going to season them with Chef Paul's seasoning salt. Chef Paul was a wonderful chef who I met on one of my research vessels, on one of the research vessels that I worked on, and he introduced me to his creation. And the way he taught me is his seasoning salt, all-purpose seasoning salt, is a combination of sea salt, paprika, and nutmeg in equal proportions. Now, as I've said before, I cut back on the salt, so I use half as much salt as I do paprika, and I grind my own nutmeg, so I guess at it. You can grind it onto a piece of paper and actually measure it out, but it's a durable spice, so I don't mind just giving it all. All right, so what I've done is I washed, peeled, and I diced up my sweet potatoes into a fairly large dice. This is just personal choice. If you make a smaller dice, what you will have is a shorter cooking time and a crispier sweet potato. With a large dice like this, it's probably going to take about an hour at 350 to get them completely done. And what you'll have is a crispy layer on the outside like a sear, and then a softer, tender sweet potato inside, which is the not only the look, the presentation, but the taste and the texture that I'm looking for. Okay, I have said many times before that I do not care to peel my root vegetables because there is so much nutrition between the skin and the meat. In this case, I did wash and peel the sweet potatoes because the sweet potato skin is very heavy and very fibrous. And roasting it in the oven, it possibly would get too hard. It would make the eating more difficult because the skin would get tough and hard. If I were steaming them, then I would definitely leave the skins on because the steam would soften the skin, make it easier to digest, and I mean, we're talking about a lot of fiber in the skin of a sweet potato. Okay, so without further ado, take some olive oil. I have got 4 fairly large sweet potatoes in here. My goal was to cook for 4, and it looks like there's about 6 or 8 in here, but oh well. Better to have more than not enough. For this many sweet potatoes, I would recommend about a 1/4 cup of olive oil, which looks something like this. I'm going to give it a quick roll to get them coated. Okay, to this, I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of salt, sea salt. I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of paprika. There's going to be some heavy flavor in there. And then my goal with the nutmeg is to get in that 1 to 2 tablespoons. But a little goes a long way. We'll just see what we got. I love the whole nuts. They're very easy to come by. They're getting more affordable. Get a nice little micro grinder like this and just have at it. I would say in this case I'm going to put in about 1/2 to 3/4 of a nut. I doubt it would measure out to be 2 tablespoons. If I had commercial ground nutmeg, I would definitely go heavy with it, like 2 tablespoons. But the fresh nutmeg smells wonderful. It's got such a lovely flavor. And it just goes farther. And that, friends and neighbors, is about all there is to it. Easy peasy. Roll it real nice. Get all those flavors mixed around. If you got to get your hands in there, then get your hands in there. But that is so simple, it's ridiculous. You see how nice and coated that is. All right, so I have my pre-greased cookie sheet here. Gonna roll them on out. Shake them all around. Do that hokey pokey. Go listen to a few Buffett songs, have a margarita, and you're golden. All right, so into the oven we go at 350 for about an hour. I will start checking them at about 40 minutes, and we'll come back and see what they look like. See you shortly. Welcome back. Our sweet potatoes are now done. It ended up to be a little bit more than an hour, and they did not really crisp up like I had wanted. Probably not enough olive oil, and that's okay. I would rather have them nice and soft, a little bit of an al dente exterior, rather than soaking them in extra oil and having to force them to crisp up. So I'm very, very happy with the outcome. To check them, all you want to do is just stick a fork in like the bigger ones. Actually, this fell apart. It's gorgeous. And you can see it's steamy, it's soft, it's got a lovely exterior. But you take your bigger ones, and if your fork goes in it, and actually all you got to really do is just poke them. You can poke them and see if they're soft. But that's all there is to it. Thanks for stopping by The Rogue Cook. Any questions, comments, just let me know. Subscribe, hit the like, you know the drill. In the meantime, until we come back again, y'all have a wonderful day, eat well, and be good to one another.